Okay, so this is just for documenting purposes. I need to turn something off. I can hear an echo. Okay. Okay, so this is just for documentation. Make sure that it's, yep, we got sound. I found Google Sky. So let's have a look. I want to show you an example of what I mean when I talk about the repeating patterns on every level. Hopefully I can explain it with just using Google Sky, because I've got too much other information filed away to go and find, and I don't want this to be a long video, but all the blue obvious to me, and I was looking around and that's what I found. So what my theory has been for a long time, and I haven't been able to explain it in words, and also didn't want people to think I was crazy. I still don't know if I can explain it in words. My Matrix video that I made last year, with the repeating patterns that I see in nature, in the sky, big and little. It's the sky writing. It's the frequency that I've been showing. It's blue beam. It's all of that. That's what makes me think that the Aryans, the man, the deceivers know the true nature of this world, and they are mimicking it perfectly. Their technology is based on the true nature of this world, because I see the same repeating patterns naturally in the physical world, and I see the same repeating patterns in the lies and deception in this physical world, paralleling. So anyway, I have no idea how to find M87 in this Google Sky business, but I stumbled upon all of this. I haven't looked at this bit yet. Now, what I've been thinking that they're doing, this is just a theory. They're using the template fake sky, because it's also a fake night sky. Got to remember that. They're faking the daytime sky, they're faking the nighttime sky. We can't see past it. That's just my opinion. They're using the fake sky template for these images of outer space. I'm not a flat earther. I think that's a lie. I think we're on a globe in a universe surrounded by suns and planets and galaxies and things. I think that's true, but I think what we're seeing is a copy of that by the deceivers. The deceivers have copied everything, and they're making things play out right now the way they want them to be played out. So they're using the copy to create everything we see and experience in these times. I hope I explained that right. Anyway. Okay, that's explained one thing. There it is there. I thought it was Google backwards. I'm seeing this all through, and I thought I could see Google written backwards, and there it is there. So that explains that. See, I don't know if this is I'm not a photographer. I don't know if this is something to do with the camera, but it's just weird. Also relates to frequency 418, which is a frequency found in an analog TV that shows the same repeating patterns that I see in nature, the same repeating patterns I see in the sky. Also, these repeating patterns are on my arms. I think that we have been contaminated with so much rubbish that they've sprayed in the sky, and all the technology, the aluminium, the little controllable nano things, that it's starting to show up on our skin, and that's why I'm seeing the repeating patterns on my arms. Anyway, frequency 418 is blue beam. The sound, the tone that they used to play with the test pattern before TV used to go all night, and the TV stations would shut down at like 11 o'clock or midnight, and they'd have that coloured test pattern and a tone. That tone is 418. I checked it. And anyway, I'll do a video on it one day. So, that's interesting. Anyway, yeah, so we're just looking around. We'll go back over this way. So they're all through. A green one. Yeah, see, that was that there. I was seeing that everywhere, and I'm thinking, why does it disappear when I zoom in? And that's why. It's Google written backwards. If that means anything, I don't know. That one's interesting. Like a laser. There we go. Yeah. Okay, so we have a lot of weird. Look, there's red and purple. Anyway, a bit blurry. So I just want to find that. I probably can't find it now. Okay, I've seen that before. Have I gone too far? Not going to find anything now. There we go. Oh, have a quick little. See all the blue? All the blue everywhere. That's quite strange, isn't it? See, I don't know if these are artifacts or what, but yeah, it's just a theory. What I see, I think they're using pictures of our fake sky. They're just taking pictures from the ground of the fake sky, not with big fancy telescopes orbiting the planet. I think that's how they're doing it. A lot of us say these pictures are fake, but a lot of us say that they're CGI. They're just made on a computer, but I think there's more to it. I think they're taking actual pictures of the fake plasma screen night sky. That's very interesting. Because if that's what they're doing, all of this weird stuff makes sense. All of this weird stuff could be sitting up there being used to create the pretty light show. This could be the technology for the holograms and the fake alien invasion and the red and green I'm seeing, or I saw a week ago on my clouds, the flashing, just putting it out there. So, and that's the blue, looking at it from the perspective that I just spoke about. There's more red and green, same perspective that I just spoke about. These things took my interest because I saw something. Okay, firstly, I zoomed in on this one because it was thick, a thick one. This looks just like, I'll have to put them up, I guess I'll have to post them. This looks just like the wiggly coloured things, mostly blue. There was like blue, this sort of colour, more white, and there was all colours, mostly bluey, purpley, and this sort of colour. Looks just like them. When I went outside and shone the torch from the phone up in the sky and filmed, that sort of thing was streaking all around the sky. They had a mind of their own. They were wiggling around everywhere. That's what that reminded me of. Now I've just got to find there was other little ones just here somewhere. I probably won't be able to find them now. Were they up here? Another interesting red one. Oh, look at that. Look at that. Look at that. Okay, if this is real out of space, let's look at it from that way for a second. If this is real out of space, there you go. There's a sun sitting in front of that red streak. There's another one sitting in front of that red streak. There's another one sitting in front of that red streak. If this is fake, from the perspective that I tried to explain, then that also makes sense. They have all these colours and things planted up there in the sky. ready to go. Now the green one. There's another one in front of this. Okay, so if it's real, then that's weird. I don't think it's CGI. I think they're taking actual pictures of the prepared plasma screen we call our night sky. That's very strange. I'm just trying to show proof of that and find what I was originally looking for. That's not it. That's interesting, isn't it? Look at that. Thought the screen would go white by now. Interesting. This is fascinating, even if it is fake. Look at that. Look at that. I also said in my Matrix video that Bluebeard 2011, which is where I found the 418, frequency 418 video, he did a lot of this sort of thing, looking around, and he found a lot of weird stuff, and he mentioned that stars travel along lines, and look at that. Look at that. Could these be the frequencies, the invisible tunnels that I talk about in the daytime sky? Could that be what these are? Could that be what I'm seeing at night? Anyway, look at that. Looks like they're painted on. Okay, let's look for a repeating pattern. Let's do some research here. Where did that other one go? There. Is it that one? No, I don't think they're quite the same. That one. And come on. That one. Very similar. I still can't find what I'm looking for. With a donut shape. I wanted to show you a space donut. Space donut. Ah, here we go. Maybe. I don't remember all of these being along here, and I had this page open like just before I started recording. I don't remember these ones, these big yellow ones, orange ones, being along these lines, and I was just in this area. I was right here with that. I remember that streak. Yeah, and I don't remember the big orange ones being there. I remember that. That's very strange. Okay, so we're close to the space donut. I just can't find it. They're pretty, even if they're fake. Pretty colours. That. Seriously. It continues under there though. That one doesn't really. Anyway, I'm gonna try and find there it is, Space Donut. Check it out. And there's repeating patterns in there. Look at that. See if I can get any bigger. These are the patterns I see in the sky. These patterns. These exact patterns. It's so hard to explain, but I see them everywhere, and it's what I studied like for the last year after looking at the sky all my life. Seeing the changes, wondering about the changes, and then I started to see the circles and the triangles, the invisible ones, and the wispy bits around the edges of the clouds. This was after I noticed that the sun was way too bright and way too hot, and the seasons were all wacky. This was after I noticed they were spraying the sky with chemtrails. Like, about 5 years ago, for about 10 years, I watched them daily. There would be 4 to 5 big planes going from one side of the sky to the other, backwards and forwards, all day. That went on and on for about 10 years. And they stopped doing that about 5 years ago, and now there's no pattern to it. There's no pattern to it. They just do what they want, when they want. But there you go, there's the donut. Space donut. And that reminded me of the black hole that I originally was inspired to look here for. Well, I have no idea how to find M87 on this Google Sky, so just looking around for weird stuff. But that reminds me of the black hole. Look at that. Look at that. Black. And it's got a thick part there, which is the bright part on the picture that they're showing all over the planet, and the not so bright part. If this is a picture of the fake night sky being used to mimic out of space pictures, then all they would have to do would be to light this up. For example, at sunset, people think they see several suns because clouds sitting in the south and north of the sun on the horizon light up really brightly and glow. They think they're seeing other objects in the sky. It's just a reflection of light. These clouds are covering the same shapes every day in the same parts of the sky. The clouds are what make things look like they cleverly hide the same shapes. They make the shapes look like they morph. I don't know, it's really hard to explain. But anyway, I think that's how they could do it with this donut thing. I don't even know if this is in M87, like I said, but I'm just speculating. Because this donut thing also reminds me of my fake second sun that I've filmed down here, which is a lit up disc. The sun sits here in the sky, for example, in the daytime sky. This black bit is a lit up disc, and there's like a yucky grey green smokiness around it, around the disc. As you move the camera, the lens flare moves, and the lens flare actually originates from this, so it's part of the simulator. But people have photographed it, not filmed, photographed, sent it into big channels saying it's a second sun. It's not, it's a simulator. That's what this reminds me of. That's the green grey fuzzy cloud, and that's lit up the disc. Yeah, so that's a look into the mind of Ninja Cat 111. Always seeing the repeating patterns, and it's non-stop. Yeah, everything in this deception has several jobs to do. Whether this, what I've just been speaking about, is all connected, probably is, but just throwing things out there from a different perspective, wondering if anyone can see things the way I see them, because most of the time it doesn't feel that way, it doesn't seem that way. I'm not crazy, I'm just very curious, and was born with unbelievable observation skills that people have chosen to ignore my whole life, and dismissed and told me I'm stupid. Red and green again. Yeah, that is a pretty section of fake sky. I could sit and look at this I could just sit and look at this. It's cool. I like this bit. It's pretty colours. I used to love looking through the telescope at the real night sky. This doesn't look like the real night sky. It just doesn't. I looked through. I dusted the telescope off last year, and had a look through it around this time last year, and it had changed. It all looked different. It all behaved different, and it all looked fake. Yeah. It wasn't like. It wasn't the universe that I loved looking at 20 years ago. It's not. It's not. It's all fake. Yeah, that just makes sense to me. Because imagine through the day, we're organising another live stream for Desert. Imagine through the day all of these things reflecting sunlight and putting colours in the clouds and creating a fantastic illusion. Yeah. And at night, same thing. Reflecting. Pretty light show. That is different to the other ones. Where'd the red one go? No, I don't want to lose this green one. Glad I'm recording all this. The other ones were like uniform, uniform. That one's not. That one gets skinnier up here. I'm not going to say it's got a tail, because I'm not going to say it's a comet or anything. I'm just not. Look at that. That's a different one. Interesting. Interesting. Saw something else over here. Where'd it go? Oh, galaxy. Maybe that's M87. Okay, now tell me something. Does it look like... I know it's not very clear. Does it look like there's a black hole in that? Because I don't think so. I don't think there's black holes in the center of galaxies. I think the center of galaxy is the battery, like the battery. Why would there be a black hole sucking all light and life and activity? Why would there be a black hole sucking all of that into it and killing it? How could this exist if there was a black hole in the middle sucking everything into it? I think they're deceiving us on many levels. I think this is the complete opposite to a black hole. Yeah. So there's that. That's a pretty cool picture. Oh, wow. Oh, wow. Wow. See that? That's cool. See, I can appreciate fake cool. I can appreciate it. I'm just looking over here. Okay, I want to show you something. This. Oh, here we go. This is the static. This is the same. This matches the night sky from ground level on film at night. This is it. This is the repeating pattern. This is what I saw that spooked me after watching a blood moon last year here in Australia. It was still cold, so it must have been around August, for 2 hours, which is not possible for an eclipse to last for 2 hours. It's not possible. Something would have to stop, either rotating or in mid-orbit, for that to be possible. Everything is constantly in motion, so it is not possible for an eclipse to last for 2 hours. Just putting it out there. Anyway, when the sun, before the sun rose, the moon was setting in the west and the sun was about to rise in the east. The moon was too small. It should have looked bigger on the horizon. As it was getting light, the moon hit the horizon, the sun came above the horizon, the light from the sun shone across the sky, and bam, it was like something was switched on. This happened. it just went instant. I did catch it on film, but I didn't put it up, and yeah, so I would have to go and find it. But yeah, this happened. It was like something was switched on as soon as the light hit the western sky, and it's very busy. It's constantly moving, and that's the first time I saw this. It's the first time I saw it, and I think it's the static of a TV screen, the sky TV screen, and that's when I zoomed in on all of this, and that's when I first saw that this is made up of the frequencies and repeating patterns. Look, that pattern there, we see huge clouds in that shape right there, for example, that shape right there. All these little holes, we see the blue. Sometimes it looks like grey ooze. People could probably call it black goo, I don't know. But it looks grey here. All these little holes. That's where the frequencies come from. They travel out. They come out and they travel out, and that's the invisible tunnels that I talk about all the time. Like here, like right there. Like these little holes. They're like guided. They guide the frequency. You can see little outlines there. This is what I'm talking about. It's all the frequency, the skywriting, the invisible shapes. See the shapes there? It's exactly the same. Yeah, so that freaked me out when I saw that for the first time. Over here, you can see it. I know people are going to say, oh, well, your eyes automatically just make shapes out of things. Yeah, that's possible. But just go back and listen to what I just said. Yeah, there's a rainbow. But yeah, that looks really cool. That's cool. Yeah, I don't know where to continue, but I'm yeah, seeing a lot. Um, this looks more genuine than where I was before with those lines, I must say. Wish the Google writing wasn't there. Google backwards. Look at that. I don't think there's black holes in the center of these. I really don't. We're in Galaxy Central. Oh, that was Google writing. I wanted to see that. I thought it might have been a cool spiral. Look at that. Look at that. That is what the clouds cover. The clouds are hiding through the day, or pretending to hide. This is what makes the shapes, makes people think that there's a big structure up there, like I did last year. I thought the same thing last year, but it's all plasma. Look at that. And up here. And here. See that a lot. Little tube can shaped things. See that a lot. That's where the blue beam comes out. These little shapes with the holes. They travel. That looks like tracks. I mean, yes, I agree there is machinery up there. We have a sun simulator, but I don't think the entire sky is covered with machinery. I think it's a plasma screen. with lots of different types of incomprehensible technology scattered through it, manipulating it, manipulating the frequencies. That's interesting. Oh. It's like an egg. See the shapes of, I mean, it is pretty colours and everything, but look at the shapes of these things. Again, I'm not debunking the universe. I love the universe. I still love looking at it through a telescope, but I think they are mimicking it to the extreme. I think they have completed it. They have copied everything. That's interesting. And that we can't look there. They're the shapes I'm talking about. We can't see past our sky. They've been spraying us for 60, 70 years. Brainwashing us and creating a TV screen up there, a bumpy one, with all these shapes and bumps that they can use. And I think that's what's going on. I think these are pictures of the actual sky from ground level. They're faking everything. Anyway, it's getting late. I should get some sleep. I could do this for hours. But I just wanted to show you a few things, explain a few things. That's if I upload. There's a purple one. I used to get that purple one all the time, near Orion. Middle of last year. There were lots of red ones, and there was the occasional purple, and there were lots of blue, and there were green ones. There you go. So that would explain why the stars seem closer. That would explain why people were getting the brightly coloured dots when taking pictures of the night sky, like with cameras on their phones. I was even getting it on my phone, and my phone doesn't pick up anything. I've been there. I just want to find those other lines. Probably won't find them now. There was a couple of lines I saw. That looks so cool, those ones. Oh, there we go. There's one. There, look. I'm sure I could find that shape in my clouds. I'm sure I could find that shape. Find a picture somewhere in my files. And again, these stars and things are in front of all these anomalies. That looks really cool. Look at that. Interesting. Interesting. Reminds me of the blue line, the blue beam that I've caught coming out of the sun on both sides. That's what that reminds me of through the day in my sky. Laser beam. I wanted to look at that one. There we go. I haven't got much more to say, so I should probably end it. Like I said, now that I've found Google Sky, wow, I think I just found the same thing that BB found, Bluebeard. They look so cool. What's that? Wow. Oh, there we go. Anyway, let's have a closer look at this and I'll stop. Now, we have a panel and, oh, another one. Red one. I know, I'm still getting the hang of, I'm not techie. Still getting the hang of zooms and things. I don't know if this is a camera anomaly, but it looks to me like the, oh, that's behind. Look at that, that's behind that. But these ones seem to be in front. Interesting. Could this be one of the panels? I saw a video many years ago. It was just a short one on YouTube. A guy did a fancy thing with his camera, infrared or something, aimed it at the sun, and for example, we'll just zoom out a little bit. Pretend this is this way, perpendicular. There was a panel on one side and there was another one on this side, and there was a gap in between them with the sun covered like that on both sides. And he swore, I'm not going to say the word he said, and said, oh my god, it's up, they've done it. Yeah, that makes me think of that video. I don't know if I could ever find the video again. It was before I had a PC. I just remember watching it on my phone in my little flat. Yeah, we won't go into that. I was trying to figure out. I was getting stalked and harassed, but I was trying to figure out why all the stars had got closer and the constellations had changed. So I was researching and researching and researching, and I remember that video. I saw something else and I just wanted to have a quick look. This is never ending. Where was it? There. See how it doesn't look like it now? See how that looks like a sphere? Part of a sphere? That's what I see in the daytime sky as well. Spheres with light reflecting off them. All through the sky. That's very interesting. That's very interesting. I'm not going to go into that. Let's just say it's another shape. It's another repeating pattern. I know what people are going to say about that when they see it. And yeah, I know what section of sky this is, I think. Wow. There's an N or a Z there. This is the... Oh, wow. Wow. That's familiar. This is all the weird that goes in front of the sun. Makes people think that there's celestial objects in the clouds. That's a repeating pattern. See the pattern? We see that exact same thing going across in front of the sun through the day. Wow. They're gonna... Oh, wow. I think they're gonna make people believe that the fake aliens are coming from that direction as well. If this is the part of sky the section of sky that I'm thinking of. Wow. That's why there's a panel there. Anyway, I'm going to end it. I need to get some sleep. This is just research. Hopefully I'll get to show it to someone. I don't know who. I really don't. I do want someone to know what I'm thinking, because I think there's a lot of truth in what I say. It's just so hard to explain. It's just so hard to explain what I see. It really is. I know people see things a similar way to what I do, but it's hard. It's hard. It's hard to, like, being misunderstood. It really is. Okay, let's change shapes. Yeah. Okay. I think that's what's really going on here. They are using the plasma screen night sky for these pictures. They're faking everything. See? No black hole there. They are mimicking everything and twisting it. yeah, I have to end this. That. Yeah. I bet I never find that again. What's the bet? I'm really glad I'm recording this. Look at that. Who would find it? Who would find it? Seriously. Watch it disappear. That's interesting. Oh yeah, that's on repeat. That is on repeat. Wow. Sound wave. Wow. That's strange. Oh, okay. Alright. If anyone does see this, if anyone does get through to the end of this video, be safe out there. Question everything. And don't get caught up in the illusion. And don't get too obsessed with it like I have been. Because that's also dangerous. Interesting. That's I have to stop. I really do. That looks like I can't think of the name of it. It's a globular star cluster. The closest one to us, which is absolutely beautiful through a telescope, and that doesn't look very globular to me, zooming in. Look at that. The different colours in that. The little shapes. Wow. Okay, I have to stop. This is getting painful because I'm just seeing fake and repeating patterns everywhere. Why have they done that? I've seen that on Bluebeard's channel. Blue beam close up. Wow. Alright. That will do. Seen that on Bluebeard's channel as well. That exact thing. Wow. So I found the section that he was looking at. Oh, and I wanted to end it here. Blue beam. There we go. Yeah, this is the part that he was looking at on his channel. This is actually the part that I was looking for when I was making the Matrix video last year. I was looking for the video that he did on this on this section of sky. Wow. I'll probably never find that again either. Try and implant it into my brain. Okay. That part there. Anyway, be safe out there, whoever sees this. Much love. Gonna bookmark that. Alright. See ya. Or see yous. Oh, delirious now. Okay, bye.